Hello, it's my last video of the year, and what better way to finish out 2022 than with a large art supplies haul from Christmas, Boxing Day, and other stuff that I bought pre-Christmas. I don't even want to know how much I've spent on art supplies this year. I'm going to worry about that next year. Today let's just have a bit of fun and let's get into it. Okay, so this first thing is not an art supply, but I had to show it to you because Nick bought me this for Christmas and it is so pretty. Check out this gorgeous box. That is velvet, and when I open it, you can see on the front it's a soy candle kit. It's so pretty. I don't normally care for candles that much, but this one smells really good, and I have actually bought a couple of other candles so that I can burn them sometimes in the studio to have nice fragrances rather than disgusting resin and other things like that. It even comes with a wick trimmer and a flame snuffer. It's just beautiful, and I will be keeping this box because it's just so gorgeous. And one other thing that's also not an art supply, but I am going to be keeping in my studio. Thank you so much, Nico, for spoiling me rotten as always. It is this fabulous brass looking owl, and he's got a little inkwell. He's on a set of books, and this just has to go on top of my ink cabinet. I just love him so much, and it's really heavy too. That is a solid piece. Although I think it is actually resin underneath because it wasn't that expensive. I mean, if it was full brass, it would be worth probably thousands of dollars. It wasn't quite that much. It will be a lovely ornament in my studio. Okay, onwards to the actual art supplies. Here's something I bought about 6 months ago and completely forgot to include it in a previous art haul. I found this at Costco and it's enormous, but it is a huge box of paint boring accessories and paints, and we're definitely going to have to do a video on this because there's all sorts of stuff in it. Total impulse buy. It's a bad idea going into Costco sometimes because they have such great stuff, and then you bring it home and it's so huge. I'm very glad I actually remembered to show this on camera. It's already got cat hair on it. It's been sitting on the floor, and so it's picked up fluff. Joy! I definitely need to get this open so I could put all the paints and things in my cupboards. This next thing was released in the middle of December, and I ordered it expecting it to turn up today. I think it was due, but actually, it arrived before Christmas, so I put it under the tree and opened it. It's the third installment of the Antiquarian sticker book. This one is Imaginarium. I've got the other two. I just think they're so beautiful, and so I just really wanted to add this to my collection. Once again, it just has so many weird and wonderful stickers in it. I really like this book, actually. This may well be my favourite of the three. Let me know if you want me to do a flip through just of this book. I might be able to squeeze a little video in at some point. But it's just so pretty, and it's purple. The first one's blue and the second one is green. While I'm onto books, Canson has released some new style sketchbooks and the art shop had them. I ended up picking up a couple of them. They look really nice. So I've got one which is in mixed media paper. I've said before that I haven't really had much luck with mixed media paper, so I thought I would try the Canson stuff. I just really like the look of the book, and it is quite nice. It's got quite a texture to it, so I'll be really curious to see what works on here. And the other thing I like is that it is ring bound so that you can pull the pages out individually, which is the one thing that I do get bothered by with regular sketchbooks, is that if you do want to take a picture out, or if someone wants the picture, it's very hard to cut the sketchbook up. But if it's a ring bound thing, it's not such a bad thing. And the other one is a Saunders Waterford paper, which I really love this paper. It's 100% cotton. It's a very high quality. Canson, I think, bought out Saunders Waterford, at least in Australia. So they are kind of sister companies, or Canson is the parent company, something like that. But this paper is absolutely beautiful. So it's a cold press texture, you can see that there, and it's quite a creamy coloured paper. I do have intentions for this book later next year. We haven't planned it yet, so I'm not going to talk about that yet just in case it doesn't happen, but if it does, then you may well end up seeing this book sometime in 2023 making an appearance. But I just really like the cover art on these as well. They look really nice. They came in different sizes. I thought I would go for some landscape ones because you can always flip it like that and use it as portrait too. What else have I got for paper? Random notebook that I bought. I totally need this if you've seen my notebook collection, but I just love the strawberry design. I just couldn't resist that, and I just thought it was really pretty. I mean, it's just the standard notebook. I might use this on my desktop considering that's what it's for. And I did get a few other items of stationery. In the Boxing Day sales, Kikki.K had a whole bunch of stuff on sale, and so of course I always get tractor beamed into that store around this time of year, and they had this 2023 planner which I took a liking to. I'll just move this one out the way because I don't have any planners at the moment, and I just thought this one was really nice. So it's got plenty of room to write things, and also a planner for the month. I'm not very good with planners. I'm going to try hard to stick to it a bit more next year, but it's a nice size and I can keep this on my desk. Other things that were on sale at Kikki.K that I couldn't resist: this little zipper case for pens and things, and I actually have some things to go in this particular case. They had all of their Christmas stationery on sale, as you would expect. They come in these absolutely gorgeous boxes. They were half price, and then there was another 25% off everything. So Kikki.K stuff is always expensive, but when it's on sale like that, it becomes slightly more manageable. This box here, it's just a little notebook set with these pens. I really like Kikki.K pens. I use them all the time, so I'm always happy to have a few more. I've actually gone through a few this year, so it's time to have some replacements, and just a couple of notepads as well. I mean, you can never have too many notepads, am I right? I just love the packaging too. There was also this one that I took a liking to, and it's a little stationery set, but it's very fancy. Look, it's got a lovely pen here, just a standard ballpoint pen, an extremely sturdy clip. The clip was almost what sold me because I find these are so handy for all sorts of things. The largest one I have from Kikki.K, or indeed in my collection, is this size, so this is a really great one, and sometimes I wish I just have a large clip for my sketchbooks, especially when plain airing. This one feels like it's not going to be quite as bitey as a few of my other ones either. A little notebook for shopping lists, another little planner pad, which now I've got the other planner book I'm probably not going to use immediately. A nice fabric notebook to add to my extensive notebook collection. It's a pretty one though, I like that. And also this really lovely pen. But yeah, it's a lovely rollerball pen, so I thought this was really nice, and I just thought I'd get myself some new stationery because I always like to use it at the start of the year. But I'm probably going to put a lot of these things into that black compendium folded and have everything together with the planner book so I can wander around the house with it right when I'm sitting on the sofa of an evening. So this is all of my planner stuff. Let me know in the comments, do you have a planner ready to go? Do you like to start your year off with new stationery as well? Another fancy stationery store in Melbourne is called Milligram, and they have quite a lot of the Japanese stationeries that they import. I got these adorable little paper clips in animal shapes, and also a brass pen case from the Travellers Company to go with my brass fountain pen. I also have a brass ruler and one of their clips, so I've been collecting these slowly over time. These are so expensive, it's ridiculous, but I decided this year I was going to get it. They had a bit of a sale, and why not, eh? But it's so pretty like this. Of course, as soon as the air hits brass, it will start to discolour and patina, but that's kind of the fun of it. And of course I do have some Brasso which I can clean it up with if I need to. I might open this at a later time. I'm not quite ready yet to use my brass things, but I just thought I'd show you. That will definitely be going into my fountain pen cabinet. Few miscellaneous items. First up, I received a free sample of this Derwent Matisse structure acrylic paint because I'd filled out a survey, and it's a Mayan Violet. I think this might be a new colour in their series, so I will have to add this into my acrylic collection. I think it's actually a really pretty one. Oh, maybe I'll just leave it closed for now, but it's a blue-violet colour and it's really nice. I might feature this in a video later on. The other small item I got is some Aqua Bronze by Schminke in rich gold. There is also silver and copper, but at the time of shopping there was only the gold available. This is the one I was after because I saw someone else's YouTube video and it looked really stunning, and I thought I might like to mix some up. It's a pigment powder and you mix it in, I guess, with some kind of binder or water, and it's just really pretty. I don't know why, but I'm on sparkly things at the moment. I will show you another sparkly thing a little later in the video. And just something for my studio because I really only have one or two palette knives. The art shop had a set of 12 of them, and they were quite cheap, but they are of fairly decent quality. So I just thought I'd grab some of these because I've been wanting to use more palette knives lately, and they come in a variety of shapes. They're actually a little bit stiffer than some of the other ones I have, which have more flex. I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing, but they were fairly cheap, and I just thought it would be nice to have some knives to add to my collection, maybe make some interesting patterns in oil paint and things like that. I think it was my birthday haul a few months ago in October that I showed you the Derwent pastel shades and charcoal paint pan sets. I haven't yet opened these. I am going to do a video on these at some point, hopefully next year. Oh gosh, I've bought more things than I can film, and so next year I've got quite a lot to do already. I decided in the end that I might as well get the other two sets that I didn't have. One of them is the Graphitint one, and also the metallic paint set. So now I think I have all of the paint pan sets that Derwent have released. I also have a large one of the Inktenses, which have both sets of A and B in a 24 palette. So I will definitely review these. Not sure if they're going to be all together or if I should do individual videos. Let me know if you'd want to just see one huge video on all of these together. I did some videos earlier in the year about Kmart art supplies, because in Kmart Australia they have been releasing all sorts of art supplies which are actually really good. Well, I found a whole bunch more that I didn't already have, and I had fully intended on making a video, but I just ran out of time this year, so I've got all these art supplies sitting here that I don't know what to do with. I'm going to have to make a video, but I thought I might as well show you them really quickly. We have some paint markers, some metallic brush pens, 4 tins of coloured pencils in different colour palettes, green tones, warm tones, cool tones, and pink tones. The tins just pulled me in. They're so pretty. I love those. And this is just before I ended up getting the Paul Rubens oil pastels, and so now all of a sudden I have so many of them. If you saw my previous video, you will know that Artex sent me a gigantic mystery box of art supplies, and there were some more oil pastels in those. I have since given my dad one of the sets, and he's also taken a couple of the small marker sets too, so he was very happy about that. But between that and this art supply haul here, oh my lord, there's just so much stuff in my studio. I think I'll do a comparison video of a bunch of different brands, because I have quite a few in the oil pastels, and hopefully we can come up with some sort of interesting video for those. Over the last couple of years, my husband Nick has been really into Lego. They have been putting out some amazing sets, especially ones that are for adults. And he bought me a set of flowers, and I have them all in a vase in my studio. But he found this little box of them so I can add in a couple of roses. So I'll make this up at some point, probably in my own time. We also have another Lego set which he got me, and it is amazing. This box is massive. I don't think it's going to fit on the camera, but I'll show you anyway. And it is art related. It's the Starry Night in Lego, and it's even got a little Van Gogh figurine. I just think that is fabulous, and I'm so going to have to put this together in a video, I think, because this looks like so much fun. Isn't that the coolest thing ever? I think it only came out a few months ago, and it's really hard to find. Nick scoured the toy shops, and online he found a place actually not too far away from where we live, and he went and got it for me. I just love it so much. I think it's fantastic. And of course I do buy myself some Christmas presents too. This item here is something that I just happened to see. It was only maybe a couple of weeks ago, and it was on sale. It must be brand new. Even on Sennelier's website I could not find this, but the Art Shed had it and I just had to get it. It is a box of Sennelier watercolors, the professional level, in iridescent colours. I've already opened this, I could not wait. So late on Christmas afternoon, once we got back from the in-laws for Christmas lunch, I just needed to have some rest time. It's been so hot over Christmas this year too, so I was sitting under the air conditioner. And I'll just open this tin so we can see it. You will see there's some paint already in the tin, because as soon as I opened a lot of the tubes, the paint just was running out of it more than I could stop it, so I just had to blob it out on here. You can already see there's some luminescent qualities in it, but it's this beautiful set of 12 tubes, and it comes with the Raphael brush, which is a really nice one. pretty sure that's sable. No, it's imitation sable. There we go. But it is a really nice brush. That other brush is just one that I ended up painting with because I forgot there was already a brush in there. But I have actually swatched these out, so I might as well show you because they are really gorgeous. So I've had some black watercolor paper, and here are all the colours. The only one that I was having issues with is this yellow-green. It has split from the binder quite a bit, and I need to sit there very gently with a sharp, pointy instrument and stir it inside the tube, because sometimes rolling it just doesn't work enough. But that one's a little bit sticky, but all of the other colours were working really well. And you could just see that incredible luminescent quality. I don't know what it is about shiny things, I just cannot resist them. I also had my sketchbook. I'm almost done. I'm determined to finish this before the end of the year. I only have about 5 pages left, I think. I'm right at the end of it. But I did paint with them in here. It's not so good just on plain white paper, but you can see they are really shiny, and yeah, I love them a lot. That's not actually all of the paints. These were the ones that had squirted out onto this tin, and I was just trying to use them up a little bit, so that's why they're not all there. I'll probably end up doing a separate video on these, but I just thought I'd show you a preview of them because they're absolutely beautiful. And I did not know that these had come out until only just recently, so now I'm letting you know too. They now have a set of luminescent paints. Yay! This next thing's from today. After I'd filmed everything else, we went out to one of the art shops because my father wanted to buy some supplies before he heads back home to country Clunes. There are not really very many art shops in his local area, so he thought he'd get a few things. About the only one that's open at the moment is the Art Shed. So we went in there and I said to Nick, watch me not buy anything. Oh, except this one thing. I saw this advertised recently. It's just a little ink set with I think 12 pots of ink in various colours, and it also comes with a little pen rest, an inkwell, a brush, and a glass stick pen. And another thing I got after filming all of this video, I swear this video is taking me forever to edit because I keep finding things on sale, and also we've been travelling around a little bit in Melbourne and going to shops that we don't normally get to because they're on the other side of the city. One of them is Dean's Art, which is in the city itself, and we stopped there on the way home from dropping Dad back off at Clunes, so he's home again now. They also have the entire range of Holbein products. I've never seen so many Holbein products in one store, and they were really expensive, but there were a couple of other things which caught my interest. One of them is this Be Creative watercolor pad in 100% cotton, and I've never seen this brand before, so I just thought I'd try it out. It says it's Italian origin, so interesting. And the other item which I thought was really interesting, and I have never seen it before, is this, which is still wrapped in the Christmas stuff that they had. Hang on. It's these. I have no idea what these are, but they look like they are very shiny, and on the back it says they are oil-based liquid alkyd colours with effects that can be mixed together, and these ones are apparently a honeycomb finish. I saw it somewhere. Apparently when they dry, they create this really interesting finish, so I might actually get a chance to paint with these in my sketchbook tonight, and then I'll show you them in the morning just before I finish editing this video. But I might pull them out of the box just to check them out. Oh, I've already just ripped the box like right now. Good one, Becky. Here's a couple of different ones. It's the following morning. I've painted them all out in my sketchbook. I covered the whole page with clear gesso first so that the alkyd won't sink into the paper, but I still don't know that it's the right surface. Oh yeah, and I'm using that clip, yay! They're interesting, they're incredibly shiny, but the only one that I'm really seeing any of that honeycombing is in this one here. You can see it there, but not really anywhere else. Maybe a little bit in these two, but yeah, otherwise not very much. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. If you've used these before, please let me know in the comments what the best surface is for putting these paints on. I'm guessing not gessoed paper. But the colours are quite pretty, and I do like the shininess to them. They will be interesting to add to oil paintings, I guess, but Yes, more experimentation will be needed for that. The good thing is I only have one more page spread to finish. Woohoo! And the last thing that I have in this haul, which is the largest and I think the most expensive thing, but I didn't pay a cent for it because I actually bought this with rewards points. In Australia, one of the supermarkets has flybys, which every time you buy stuff you get points for, and sometimes they have bonus points if you buy certain things or spend a certain amount of money. The points used to expire after 3 years, but now they don't. So I've been hoarding those things for years, and I'd ended up with a whole bunch of them. Quite a lot of the rewards are things that we kind of already have, like household appliances and things, so I've been looking at them going, yeah, this is nothing we really need. But I just happened to look one day about 6 months ago, I think it was. I think I typed in pencils, because I was looking for art supplies to see if there might be anything. All of these Faber-Castell products came up, including the set that I'm going to show you now. I realised I had enough points for it, and I went, you know what, I'm going to get it. So would you like to see what it is? Yeah, you do, because it's massive and it's awesome. It is the full 120 set of Albrecht Dürer watercolor pencils, and it's in the wooden box. That's why it's so huge. That is taking up pretty much my entire desk, and I have no idea where I'm going to put it. The logistics of this thing were not something I was thinking about when I purchased it. But let's take a look inside because it's so gorgeous. I am also going to do a separate video on this, but we need to see it now. How stunning is that? I mean, it's just so beautiful. The smell of pencils coming up to me right now is indescribably beautiful. I'm too scared to use them to mar their beauty. I just want to look at them for a while and admire them. I will do a video on this and make an artwork once I can get over the fact that they're all so beautiful, and as soon as I start using them, it's going to make some pencils drop down and it won't be quite as aesthetically pleasing. Don't you worry, I will get over that very quickly. So as usual, I've ended up with a whole desk full of stuff here, and I can't even fit it all on. I've just put a select amount of supplies here for now. This year has been so crazy for just buying art supplies. I really need to get a new hobby and a new vocation because I have totally filled out my studio, but I regret nothing. And I do really enjoy doing these haul videos, but I think next year I am probably going to go on a bit of a low buy. I think I'll talk about that sometime in January. I haven't quite planned out exactly what I'm doing next year. I've been exhausted. I burnt myself out a little bit during December, and I've been taking a break as much as I can, but I did want to fit this video in as well. So I'm going to be taking the first week of January off, going into the second week. I'm not entirely sure when I'll come back with my next video. It'll be sometime around the middle of January when I'll head back into the studio. Nick's taking an extra week off as well, so we just want to spend some time together and just chill out. It's been a very stressful year for both of us. Thank you so much for watching my videos this year. I really appreciate all of you. You guys are amazing. Your comments are amazing, and I have really appreciated all of the friendships that I have created with you. And if you'd like to check out some of my previous art hauls that I've done from this year and previous years, I will be linking up the playlist or a couple of other videos so that you could check those out. In the meantime, I hope you have a really happy new year. I will see you all again in 2023 in my next video. Take care, and I'll swatch you later. Bye!